Okay, it says recording has started. Okay, welcome, kings, queens, and phenomenal beings to the official season 2, episode 1 of the Felon to Phenomenal podcast. Okay, I took some time off and now I'm back with a little new look. So, starting with this season, all episodes will be on YouTube and wherever else you listen to your podcast, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Anchor, and whatever else you can think of. For those of y'all who don't know me, I am Coach T, the founder of Felon to Phenomenal, which is a community and workshop designed to inspire, inform, connect you with resources, support you on your journey from Felon to Phenomenal. And to this side, I don't know which way you're looking at the screen. It could be left, it could be the right, or I could switch it, whatever the case, is my official co-host. I asked him to be. He agreed. This is my brother in life, a friend who turned family, uh, uh, recently released on his own journey, but willing to share with you and we just have very fruitful conversations. And I think y'all missing out. We always joke about how we should record when we talk. We don't, but here we are. So from now on, when he texts and call me, I'm gonna be like, save it for the podcast. I don't know, take it down. But introduce to y'all, Terrence, Tyler, say what's up to the people, my guy.
Hey, it is definitely a pleasure and an honor, man. When she asked me, I was definitely excited about it. I appreciate what she's doing with the community. Felt it's phenomenal. I am definitely a participant of it. Man, it is a blessing. Um, some of the things I like to say, we're beautiful, blessed to be better. So I implement that in my everyday life, man, because this is what I look forward to doing, man. My journey wasn't the best in the beginning stage, but it has become better because of that blessing from God that He's given me to be the beautiful being that I am today.
All right, that's good. Say that again. What is it? Beautiful. What is it?
We're beautiful, blessed to be better.
Beautiful, blessed to be better. Hey man, I love it.
Yes.
All right. I love that. I love that. Any slogans to keep those affirmations going, whatever you out there do to affirm yourselves and keep going, man, use it. Use it. So I definitely want to encourage you, you know what I'm saying, my friend, to be as comfortable and as vulnerable as possible. I want to keep these conversations as authentic as we do have them in private. I know sometimes we may, until we reach that, high level of comfortability, might be skating over some words or trying not to say people's names. But the point is, I want to be as authentic as possible to share with the people because we do have a lot in common, but we are at different stages of the journey from felon to phenomenal. But also, we both have a lot of information that we're utilizing, and then we have information that we have to save for later. Uh,
Absolutely.
but so this one, season 2, episode 1, is just a state of the union. Kind of where we are. May need to address maybe some milestones as far as what we've overcome and what we're working on now, and just kind of just that. Any recalls of conversations. That you can think of. I like your inquisitiveness and your interest, and you ask all the questions, and you help me recall some things and stay in conversation, because I'll be like, shoot, after I say what I gotta say, I'll be done. But
You got that
you
else to
know,
say?
yeah. I mean, I don't even know. I'll be like, that's done. But
Right.
your questions definitely keep things going, and it opens my mind and things like that. So that's just where we at. So go ahead, man. Where are you right now? How would you describe your journey from felon to phenomenal? Because I was about to congratulate you. I'm sorry, because you coming up almost parole free, but I was gonna celebrate, but I was early. My bad. But
I
it's
mean,
this year. It's this year.
hey,
But go ahead.
look. to be completely honest with you, it's okay. You can go ahead and celebrate it because even
Okay.
though, yes, you can
Yeah.
celebrate that because even though on paper,
I'm gonna get the sound effects
yes,
and all that. We're gonna
baby.
look it up over time.
Okay. Because I can say this, even though that physically I am still on papers, it's still 1 foot in, 1 foot out, as they say. I'm free. uh, I haven't felt the capacity of what it is to be 1 foot in, 1 foot out, even though I have went through those processes where they definitely remind you to let you know that we still got you by a ball and chain. So with that being said, is I think mindset, coach, you're gonna love this. It's just a mindset that I have in this transitioning where it's already in my mind that if I do what I'm supposed to do, I ain't got to worry about you telling me what to do. So I'm already in that state, in that phase where I'm living freely because I was already free before I came out here. So doing the probation ain't nothing. It's easy. So it's not because it's easy, because they definitely making it hard for you, but I make it look easy because I've already prepared myself for what is to come. So to answer your question, because I done went on another avenue, is I think I'm in
We're talking.
acceptance.
Go, all right, go.
Okay, we
Yeah, we
I'm in
talking, man.
acceptance stage. I would say that
Okay.
I'm in an acceptance stage because there's a lot of things that I'm coming to understand and realize in this process that I'm going through that I didn't even know existed. And just from our personal conversations and just from the Monday calls, just from my experiences with the job, just my experiences with what parole and them try to put up on you to keep you bounded and keep you from, making that exist. Because there's some, I believe, in their mind, they think the pain, the torture, and all the things that they putting on us is what makes us better. It don't.
Yeah.
It really don't. That's not what I need. I know I'm an extremist. I know I act out extreme by my cases and all that. You can see that, but that's because this is the result that I thought was going to give me what I want, and it wasn't. It actually gave me contrary to that. So to add on that by that extremist behavior that you're putting on, it's not making it better. Only thing is making it better is because of who I am and who I want to be, and I refuse to allow you to
Well, hold
allow
on.
you.
Hold on.
Okay.
Did you just call out the parole and probation people for acting like the streets?
Yes, I am calling them because that's how they
Because all
acting.
they want to do is put pressure on you.
That's
They
all
ain't
they
really
want to
help
do.
you.
At
Oh,
all. At all.
hey,
It's
that's
crazy.
fine. So you say
So yeah.
acceptance stage, man. What are we accepting? What is it? What is it that Terrence needs to accept? And what will that acceptance do for you?
First and foremost, what I need to accept is to forgive myself. Man,
Okay.
I just got off a live Monday momentum call that hit me. All of them been hitting me ever since, but they running into each other for me personally, and it's just the little nuggets that I'm getting out of it that God is speaking to me on areas, and that's forgiving myself. It wasn't about what I thought they thought. It wasn't about what they actually thought, because I don't give two rats about what somebody else think about me. It was always about what I thought. In that sense, my selfish I don't like to use the word selfishness when it comes to that, because first one do need to take care of himself, and I think that understanding that is
You
being
could
in that
say
place.
maybe self-centeredness, maybe self-absorbed,
Okay,
maybe.
I would say self-centeredness and self-absorbed because it seeps out in both. I think where it's like a gray area or a line that you need to cut off and be able to know which side is which before you actually get into that area where it be more than what it actually necessarily is.
Well,
Rather
maybe
than
you
being
just brought up a point. Maybe you just brought up a point when it comes to selfishness. Maybe we need to be identifying selfishness as having what is it? Like good or bad.
right,
You know what I'm saying?
right. I
Like
do.
what is being what or positive or negative or healthy. Healthy and unhealthy. That's it.
There
Healthy
you go.
selfish and
That's it.
unhealthy.
and unhealthy. That's it. That's it. That's what we can call it right there. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Yeah, I like that right there. Yo, I see you jot that down. We did healthy and
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
unhealthy
yeah, yeah, yeah,
selfishness.
yeah,
Yeah, we need that one. Cause
yeah.
that's what I'm hearing. Because in the long run, look, one thing that I'm understanding, I'm learning, and I'm accepting what is human. It's human for certain things to be done. See, these are things that I've never realized that came to the concept. So I'm accepting a lot of things that are realistic. That in my mind, there was always taken to extremes. The state of what type of relationship is. Sometimes I state what a relationship is, and then I state the type of behavior in it. It's like, man, that don't fit in that category. And then when I come to think about it, it's like, you know what? That's always been the category for me. So in that sense, it's just coming to accept and realize that. So it's like, how can I say this?
Boy, you froze so good. I thought the camera had froze. I'm like, my internet froze. It was froze so good. I thought my internet. I was like, hold on.
Wait a minute, I lose some signal right here. Let me check my. Nah,
I was like, what?
the ball's off. Yeah,
I'm
the
like,
ball's
what's
off.
up? Oh man, this is too
Right.
good.
What is human nature? That's basically what I'm saying. In
Okay.
inevitable. The thing that we can't change that a lot of people don't fail to realize, biases, that's inevitable. You're going to have them. Prejudices, that's inevitable. You're going to have that. But are they healthy or unhealthy? See, a lot of these things fit in these two categories where to determine are they healthy or are they unhealthy. See? Like that selfishness, is it healthy or is it unhealthy? So is it detrimental? And it's not like a one shoe fit all, as you say so much, because what's for you ain't for me, because we two different people and we deal with it differently. Know what I mean?
Yep.
Like your struggle ain't gonna be the same as my struggle. So how does it affect you personally to what's healthy for you and what's unhealthy? And you get to them. How does it become unhealthy to you when it comes selfishness? Where do you feel in an uncomfortable space when you're selfish? You know what I mean? Where it's actually being harmful to someone else. The results will teach you though. Know what I mean?
No, absolutely, absolutely. You use the results to identify if it's healthy or unhealthy. And now you got me getting into my other coaching language. Is like, is it hurting you or is it helping you? How is that hurting you or helping you when it comes to your actions in certain areas and spaces? Okay, okay.
So
Now,
that sounds good, like the court.
you use the word acceptance, which in your entire description, it had usefulness, but it also had me thinking that your openness to other people's perspective has transpired, because you have to have something to compare it to. So you're accepting of also other people's thought processes or experiences.
Absolutely.
You've never
That's
did
just
that
what.
before.
No, man, I
Oh,
told you that was my selfishness was unhealthy. What I'm saying, it was
hey, keep it real.
unhealthy in the past. It was. I'm just telling you, it was unhealthy in the past. What you thought, how you feel, how you think. See, that's how, like, it's not an issue with me on another person hindering me or stopping me from the positive and productive things that I'm doing. Why? Because it never did when I was doing unhealthy and unproductive things.
They
I
never
did
had
what I wanted
access.
to do. How they don't have access to it. So this is still something that they can't have. That's not my struggle. And people don't have access to me. Like, you can't stay here rent free. You gotta pay some rent because it costs to live here in this house. No matter if it's a housing authority, it's all right. You gonna have to pay the rent any space around this area because I'm not gonna allow you to take up any of this space right here for free. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay. No,
So
no, that
yeah, when you say that, you're right. I think you can probably add on a lot of things that I'm becoming acceptance in. And that's why I generalize that, because there's a lot of things in that area that I'm coming to learn to accept. How to be a human, how to manage time in a different form, a different manner, how to allow people to be in, which is totally different than the openness. It's a part of that, but it's totally different because I'm letting people in. Where then, yeah, it was always Hyman's renewal to everybody. I wasn't letting anybody in. Now I'm being protective of that, though. You know what I mean?
no, absolutely, absolutely. That's a definitely different perspective and experience for me. because I had to learn how to put the boundaries to keep people out. Because I'm so much about the people, and always thinking everybody is genuine at heart, just as myself, but going through a lot of heartache and pain and bad experiences. I realized that people aren't all like that, so I definitely had to put boundaries in place to protect myself. And I can no longer believe everybody has everyone's else best interest at heart. It's just not true. That's just not how it
Right.
goes.
Question.
But yeah, so what you got?
I got a question before you move on to that. Is
No,
that
what's good?
based off of how you have everybody's interest in heart for good?
Absolutely, it's based off of how I'm personally wired. Yes, because without growth, without full understanding of other people, of yourself, you think everybody's like you off the top until you learn that they are not.
Mm, mm, that's
And
good.
that's some expectations that people put on other people as well. And that's why they
That's
come
good.
up with stuff is like you can't expect you and other people. No, you can't because people are definitely wired differently, had different life experiences, and I mean, they're not you. I mean,
Right.
just simply put. So,
And that sounds like
love.
it fits in another category as far as like what you expecting people to do. So it's like because I do a kind gesture to you, I expect that you also because I'm a good-hearted person. I do nice things, so obviously other people do it. So you kind of expect that too.
Mhm. Well, yeah, you can at times. I guess that trying to go back into that mindset of, well, that's a tough one when it comes to service and giving because I'm
Okay.
hardwired in that sense and
Hmm.
I have my own joy and peace in it. And watching that, I have to make sure that I don't get into an unhealthy space. That's when I was overcrossing boundaries, taking on responsibilities that wasn't mine. Then you can develop a level of resentment because now I'm doing too much, and not
Okay.
being
Right.
recognized or appreciated in that sense.
Right.
So even though that's something that I'm hardwired in, something that I like to do naturally, you can do it in excess, and then it begins to hurt me.
Right. So like
So
like your phrase is it is it helping
yeah,
you? Is it hurting or helping you? Right.
and then, yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely.
That's what's up.
So where we at? I say State of the Union. Where we at right now? Me personally, I've experienced a new level of consciousness in my communication and understanding of where I am personally and where uh, Felon to Phenomenal is headed. Um, and also I'm diligently working on the book. Fell into phenomenal. Had to put that out there. It is a book. Okay, so I'm gonna throw out the tagline and my XYZ statement, and you tell me if this is good. Okay, so what is it? Did I write it down? Well, I typed it in earlier. Okay, I'm gonna try to do it on my head. Okay, so I help criminal justice impacted individuals. Those See, I was gonna say the other part because I say a lot. Okay, so I help criminal justice impacted individuals overcome the obstacles of reentry so they can forget society, forgive themselves, and go from felon to phenomenal.
That's nice. I like
So
that.
that's like that's just like my elevator pitch. If somebody were like, "Oh, what's your book about?" That's what I'm
That's
saying.
exactly what
Yeah,
that sounds like, and that's a
that's
good,
it.
catchy, powerful statement right there. That definitely would draw the attention of the individual. Yes,
So
I
yeah,
like
it's
that.
designed
Say that
to
one more
spark.
time.
So wait, let me finish this statement. So it's designed to create more conversation about it if people have interest in it, or if they want to know more, from
Hmm.
that. So yeah. So what I say is, I help criminal justice impacted individuals, uh, people on or off probation or parole, recently or formerly incarcerated individuals, help them overcome the obstacles of reentry, uh, and so they can so they can forget society, forgive themselves, and go from felon to phenomenal.
In
Yeah.
that, and right there in a nutshell, you hear the community, you hear the work that ones do, like one-on-ones, knowing themselves, figuring themselves, and the success that comes in at the end. In that sentence, that's good.
Mhm. So yeah, man. Well, that means a lot. That means a lot coming from you. You know what I'm saying? You're an avid reader now. You know, you're a learned man.
I am. I feel good about that. It was crazy. Hey, I'm gonna share this too. That now that you say that, I shared with one of my managers that I was moving to Conroe, right? And he told me, "Oh, Conroe." He said, "Okay, yeah." What's the word that he used? I forgot the words, the exact words that he had used when he said that. He said not like a uptight. He ain't use like bougie or anything like that. He says you're a clean cut type person. Anyway, that's a
Mm,
good place for you. And you know, just hearing him say it, you know, I didn't respond to it. But when he said that, I was like, man, that's good stuff. And then my other manager the other day, he told me, he said, bro, if you would have never told me, I would have never known where you came from. He said, because
yeah,
your mindset, the way that you carry yourself and all that, you don't even see that. I mean, you know, grace of God. Grace of God, man, you know. And of course the work that I did within myself by allowing that, you know, to transpire.
yeah.
That's good.
The
Yeah,
work
I
you
am here
did and are doing.
right now.
Nah, that's beautiful, man. Nah, I definitely can agree with that. Having a similar, I mean, experience just as far as like people not knowing. So when they find out what I do, even the comedian that I'm on tour with, that boy, how he said it all wrong too. You can tell when people ain't never been in the system. He say TNT a felony. I mean a felony. No, like what? That ain't even the language. But
What are you talking about? A
even
crime?
look, even when I tell people about felon to phenomenal, you can tell people who don't have an experience with it. They always be like, felony to phenomenal. No, felony to phenomenal.
Turned into an adjective, man. What is wrong with you?
Yeah. But I mean, that could definitely be, reassuring, on this journey that we're kind of shedding that old skin, man.
Right,
Shedding
right.
that old skin. So as we look forward, I mean, we're early in the new year, as far as you kind of shared, where you are. Where is it that you're heading, my man? What is something in, you know, um, as you manage the new things that you're experiencing now with the acceptance, you're on your journey for forgiveness. How is your, I guess, internal or mental journey of Felon to Phenomenal going, and how does that coincide with your results area? You know what I'm saying? Your outside, like how you feeling about that?
Okay. What I gave you earlier, that acceptance is what I consider the internal. In my mental, it's a lot of areas that fill in to be accepted. For one, like you helped me understand to accept who I am today, you know, and playing a role in that is to forgive myself, because a lot of times is who I was in the past and not forgiving that made it hard for me to accept the guy that who I am today, which causes challenges in me implementing this in life right now today. So with that acceptance, now I can see myself moving forward as far as making it brand for who I am today. And I'm starting that initially with a clothing brand. That clothing brand is something that is going to imitate and also express the foundation of who I am today and why I am the person I am, which is, of course, is going to be a faith-based spirituality, you know, representing what the Bible says and painting a picture and images that we use on an everyday basis as far as cliches, but really going to dig down in deep in the scripture to see, okay, yeah, this is what this really means. This is what this really important, and this is kind of what they're saying. You know, it's just to bring those questionnaires to about a person or just those curious look. I noticed just like with a few people, they are inquisitive of some of the shirts that I be wearing that I haven't even made, that someone else made, but it does portray spirituality and a lot of compliments behind it. So with that, you know, it gives me more motivation to start that brand for myself with that. And then just moving on with that. I also have real estate that I wanted to get into. I was gonna try that right now, but I think I'm gonna start small with this one, something that is not as much time, effort, money to invest in at the particular time, and kind of let that gradually grow into that. But again, um, what initially made me want to start the real estate thing is that, man, it's hard for me to get a place to stay. Yeah, so if it's hard for me to get a place to
Is it
stay,
real?
it's hard for somebody else to get a place to stay that's like me. So in that sense, we like new things too. We like good things too. We like nice and pretty looking things too. So therefore, I'm trying to take that avenue as something that I'm gonna start up for and open up that opportunity for those that are really willing and wanting to live in who their new self is. Kind of like the same acceptance that I had to go through. So this is kind of like what I have going on with me right now that I'm trying to implement as far as results to also give back to others and be a opportunity for them as well. Because well, we need this.
All right, man. So y'all heard it here. Look, we done got put in the hot seat now. Everybody hold the man accountable. Okay, he say he's doing a what he say? Doing clothing line. He doing real
Clothing line,
estate.
real
Yeah,
estate. You write this down. You jot that down, ain't
oh, yeah, yeah. So
you?
y'all follow him. I'm gonna put his social media up here. Yeah, at Terry Ty. Oh my bad, 281. I need to fix it. Hold on, man. Let me fix it.
Yeah, it is. It's 281.
Is it 281?
Yeah, it's 281.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna put this up there. And y'all hit him up on social media and be like, "Well, what's up with that clothing line?" Okay, we'll give him some time. Okay, give him a little bit of
Hey, no,
time.
hey, no, no, see, leave it alone, leave it alone. I like pressure. Well, yeah, I move well on pressure.
Yeah, but we talked about you got to understand a realistic
Yeah,
timeline.
big facts,
And people
big
need to
facts.
understand them as well too. Because first of all,
Yeah,
y'all can't hold nobody accountable if y'all ain't got
if you ain't
accountability
being
partners.
accountable
If
to
y'all not
yourself,
executing. Yeah, if you ain't
yeah.
executing none of your stuff, don't even jump on nobody live talking about nothing.
Cause don't worry about it. I'm definitely gonna hold you accountable. You ain't like, hold on, wait a minute, stop the presses. You ain't even doing what your page say.
Absolutely, man. But yeah, nah, he mentioned on the Monday night calls, man, Felon to Phenomenal every Monday, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time on the Zoom. I like saying it like that because that's how old people talk. But we get down and share some information and inspiration and just uh, you know, information that we can use along on our journeys. And guess what? Everybody in the group don't even have a background. That's how real the information is. But also too, uh, at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, my boy Terrence over here has a book club, man. He's been rocking a book club, and right now we're doing Living by the Book. It's a series, it's faith based, but I mean, he does um, a variety of books, but they're always going to be impactful, whether it's self improvement or if it's faith based. So if you into that, man, you connect with him and join the book club. And I just want to do that little commercial break just to see, because I need to let the people know what we doing out here. We working.
Right. We out
Uh,
here.
yeah. This is State of the Union. This is State of the Union. So we let people know what's going on, man. So we just freestyling at this point. Unless you had anything you wanted to ask or share. If not, we can wrap this thing up because I was just trying to get back into it. Took some time off and I'm gaining momentum and I'm getting more consistent with posting on social media and with that heightened sense of consciousness that I said this new level of awareness that I've broken into. Um, I don't know. I don't know how to fully describe it, but at this point, when it comes to social media specifically, and you have a message or something that you want to put out there, and they have all this information from telling you what time to post, how many to post, and all that. But if you really have something of substance, something substantial to say, none of that matters. The consistency of which you share what it is that you have to share, it does not matter. But you do want to have good audio, though.
Right.
If nothing else, have good audio. People will watch a
Absolutely.
crappy video, but it's hard to suffer through bad audio. And that's the only thing I would say from a DJ or sound perspective that I know. But in all honesty, It's just a place of arrival, like
Yeah.
a place of arrival, a new level of confidence to be like, I know this information works, so let me stop sitting on it. Let me get
Right.
it out. Let me not be overly consumed with doubt or fear or criticism, which is
Right.
all in all actuality non-existent. And I say it's
Absolutely.
non-existent because yes, out there, but what each individual has gone through in life, somebody else's words who don't know you should mean nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
That's a good point. Cause look, everybody used to call me a troublemaker. They still call me a troublemaker. And every time they do it, I tell them you're right. Because I am a troublemaker. The thing is, in the past, I was a troublemaker to everybody that was doing good. Because all I did was did bad. So I brought them trouble. But today, as a man of God, a follower of Christ, I'm still bringing trouble. But it's good trouble for all those that want the bad. So regardless, we're going to be on one side. Which side are you choosing? Are you choosing the side that's going to help and benefit somebody to move forward? Or are you going to choose the side that's going to hurt and bring somebody down and not help them at all? So regardless, when you think about that in somebody that just shows you that they're not on your side, just evaluate yourself. Humble yourself and evaluate yourself and see what side are you on. Are you authentically and honestly doing this for the best benefit of someone else? Is this the best result, the best way, and the best challenging to do it? Because you can always have opposers. It's a battle. It's a fight. The good one, just make sure you're on the right side. And I think, you know, question that I have for you about your consciousness though. You had pricked me when you had said that right there because you know, hey, we talked about that factor on what people thinking about you. Yeah, it don't matter. You call me troublemaker, I'm gonna show you what type of trouble I bring it on, boy. Which side, you probably don't like me because you like the bad side. I'm bringing the good side, calling me a snitch and everything. I ain't no snitch. I'm just telling what happened, and you ain't doing what's right, boy. Do me. I'm trying. I want no smoke. I'm trying to succeed. I want no. You talking about we smoke free section over here? I don't want no peace, but with your new self consciousness that you said you in currently, and you say you don't know how to explain it. Do you feel like it's generating? Do you like it just motivates you to and pushes you and thrive you just being in that authenticity of yourself and realizing that consciousness to just push you and you know you say you're putting out more content, you want to get more on a podcast, you want to so you're operating as because like it's generating, it's making you feel more purposeful. It's a question. It might sound like
Mm.
a statement.
That is a good question. Um, it's funny. I think that the muscle of discipline contributed to my increased consistency, which allowed me to experience a heightened level of consciousness.
Mm,
Um, because it has been through what I've done in the last 3 weeks that I've just experienced this level of consciousness last week.
mm-hmm.
But more, what sparked it was my family trip to Oklahoma and find Oklahoma City, and I visited some of my dad's people, my cousins over there, and just to see how people receive me from what they know
Right.
me to do, as a traveling DJ, but also how they attempted to present themselves in relation to how they view me. So
Mm,
that was a sense to, yes, be humble, but stop downplaying yourself. Like what
right.
in my oh, did I write it down? Because it was so good. Okay, so I have a 5 o'clock call, my book club with you. Then I do my 6 o'clock call, which is my extreme execution coaching, my life coaching, where I'm the student. And then at 7:30, I have my Felon to Phenomenal. But in my 6 o'clock call, uh, okay, so my superpower is a flight attendant. Now, if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, y'all need to get on the calls. Then you get on calls, you can get a one-on-one. But you're gonna be lost
Get
until you put yourself
assessment.
in the sauce. But so
Get
my
that
assessment,
assessment.
yeah, my superpower is a flight attendant, but my secondary is a grounds crew. and this is something that grounds crew suffer from. So, uh, and we had a meeting, and they highlighted the grounds crew, and he dropped this one dude dropped some Jews. This is what he said. Uh, Normalized greatness creates undervalued experiences. So
Ooh.
I'm undervaluing my greatness as if everybody
Mm.
is doing it because I believe everybody can do it.
Right.
Like
Right.
nah, but I'm doing it though.
That's good.
But I'm
That's
doing it
good.
though. So I
Right.
can't no longer undervalue my greatness because people are trying to impress me, bro. Because they think I'm, you know what I'm saying, doing all this.
Exactly.
So how I mean, that was just a refreshing look that really opened my eyes and got me out of my own way of to not be what my grandma used to say braggadocious. It's not about me being braggadocious, but
Right.
these are my results. Like I'm sitting up here telling you I can help you overcome the obstacles of reentry, and I'm downplaying my results, bro. So
Right.
you might not be like, oh yeah, okay, yeah. Nah, bro. I've been on TV. I travel every
Yeah.
weekend, like on
Yes.
tour. Like I'm out here. I'm the number one comedy and poetry DJ out here in these streets.
Come
Like
on.
I mean, like I'm the CEO of my own life. I make my own schedule, man. But I had to get
Exactly.
here. And my first
Exactly.
job back into the workforce, even though I have a degree in chemistry, I was a donation attendant at Goodwill, making seven
Mm.
25 an hour. I didn't think I was too good then, even though I had a college degree. I made my mind up that I was going to be grateful for this opportunity. Going back to the call, being grateful for this opportunity and take what I can learn from it, because at the end of the day, it was me who got me here.
Right.
So
I mean, and those are great points that you're pointing out as far as accepting oneself, and because not in a negative way, but if you notice when you're like an idol to a lot of people that associate themselves with you. You're someone to look up to. You're the Michael Jordan of your environment, your world, your earth, where those people are seeing you. They want to be, yes, this is the only thing that I just want to bring that to.
thank you,
This is what
bro.
people see is that they want to be like Tenji. You see what I mean? So in that sense, that's what I be hearing when they're there. And so I'm so glad that it is. So it's good that you had that experience with the family over there in Oakland. Man, praise be to God, man. I'm so glad to hear that, because that's just something that we do have to accept. But and I understand coming from where I come from. Pride was my best friend. So it's always good to keep at the mindset of yourself to not allow it to become what grandma taught you, braggadocious. So to always take that humbling approach to put yourself in that position, not them, because it ain't them, but still encourage them as they go on and grab them by the hand and pull them up, so that way they can also be the same thing, because they're in the same predicament if they want to. They might
Mm-hmm.
not want that. That might not
That's
be
real.
for them. That might
And that's
they
real.
might be okay and content with what they have, and it might not be because they are settling it. It might be just their level of capacity. We
Absolutely,
don't.
man. With you saying that, it had me thinking. One of the oh yeah, man, I forgot to ask some other accolades. Certified speaker right here, Eric Thomas, through the Eric Thomas game changer program. The extreme execution is the Eric Thomas program, the number one motivational speaker in the world. I've DJ for Eric Thomas. Okay, let me stop. But what was the point I was about to make? See, I forgot. See, that's why I don't start the brand. Then I forgot.
It's all
No,
right.
no, no.
I
Okay,
mean, you
so
want Bragg?
no, no, no. Here it is. So one of the times when we did our speakers meetup for ETs, the Certified Speaker Program, Game Changers, and we every time people have to present, and there was a time that I presented and I came up with something and I thought it was really good, but so I'm gonna share that right now. So what it is like people who have been uh, reentering society after prison probation, or parole, you actually have an advantage. And what I mean by that is you are no longer in autopilot and think that it's a job, house, family, and that's what's going to make you happy. No, you have been forced by decisions, but you have been presented other options. But
Absolutely.
you have to create them and you have to work for them, but you are no longer conditioned, because actually, honestly,
Man.
that one scenario that they give you with the go to school, go to get a job, get a family, get a house, that's
Come on.
conditioning.
Yes.
That's conditioning, and that's low level.
And
So
it's a
you should be
small sense of
thankful.
bondage.
Right. But no disrespect to anybody who has worked
No,
that way and
no, no,
who
no.
has gained success. The thing about it is that one, that's no longer an option for you, with having a background, but there are other options that nobody even talks about.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because look, I'm an advocate of education. As a matter of fact, okay, people talk about generational wealth, but do they know the transition of generational wealth? I just want to add that to coincide with the education that plays a part. Because what I'm saying is not to count it isolated alone as the greater, but it's as a whole, totality. I'm very big on unity. We need it as a combination to everything else. So being free from that type of condition allows you to do the exterior work to add on top of what you already learned in order to keep your process and that innovative change of your knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to continue growing. So back to what I'm saying, that generational wealth concept. With the generational wealth concept, okay, I can establish generational wealth for my children right now. My children is going to carry that generational wealth to their children. They're going to carry that generational wealth to their children, but that child is going to lose it. Because what I'm noticing and I'm seeing that in these concepts, what I'm going to do, I am going to pass it down to make it easier for him. He's going to pass it down to them to make it the easiest for them. He's going to lose the fact of everything that it took in order for it to get there. So he's going to lose it all because we just gave him a free scapegoat from it. So when it comes to the education, not only are we passing the finances as far as the generational wealth to make life more acceptable and more easier, basically what that is, for him to have a broadened scope of opportunity, but also that education needs to be passed down. And that education is not just the things that we learn from a book sense, it's also the education that we learn from the experiences, like our background, what we've been through. We had this discussion before where we talked about a friend that we both know from Lamar, where they want to teach their child also the good things that they are enjoying right now, but not forgetting they were debating with their husband. I'm pretty sure you know who I'm talking about. They're debating with. I just don't want to say their names. I don't know.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so they're debating on whether or not should they tell them we came from the hood, and the things that you got is from everything that we learned from the hood. One wants to, one doesn't. And in my sense, I think both of them should be.
Nah, you go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Both of them. Oh, you was shushing them. Her.
Yeah.
For them
You,
not to
you
speak
know,
in the
you know
midst
when
of
you
the
hit that
conversation.
record button, everybody want to talk to you. My mama that came out here, my sister that came out here. You know what I'm saying? It's just like,
You
look,
know
I'm
how it
important.
is. They want to be on TV too.
Yeah.
Let me get some
They
of this
just
fame. Let me
want
get it out.
want to say hi to you. My mom wanted to get on the
Yeah.
call and say hi to Pastor earlier, and I was like, no,
Oh
get out
yeah. Call them. You know they know.
there.
But
Right?
yeah, I think that's very important. Like when we passing down that generational wealth, let's not just pass down that finance, pass down that education. When it comes to the things that we did as far as the school, everything that we learned as far as what they taught us at first and what we had to add on to it, because they just give us the template. These are the things that I'm learning and understanding. Being in America, I have nothing against America. America taught you the templates on what you need to start doing on yourself, but to continue to have them to do the work for you, oh, I don't know if I can agree with that. because it's a time in your life where you have to step out of that and do the work for yourself, as far as educating yourself on top of what they say, because they're just giving you their perspective. That's okay. Just like you're going to give yours. That's okay. Everything that everybody tells me and all the books that I read, I don't internalize all that, but I do internalize things that I think that are going according to my values, my perception, my education, the things that I know that I feel and think that can be helpful to the others. And I'm pretty sure they did, because when we say what's human, biases, prejudice, all these things are inevitable. And these are the things that we're going to do. But, we have to learn and come to that self-awareness and acceptance of that, and be able to push forward from that. You know what I mean?
No, absolutely. I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, no, you talked about it. Yeah, it's all that information we have to gather on our own. We can't expect anybody to teach us. But hey, look, you can learn from others by reading books, joining book clubs, joining Zoom meetings, doing the work for yourself. These are all ways you can gather the information if you don't know where to start on your own personal journey from felon to phenomenal, man. But yeah, so I think that's good for now. We wrap it up. Glad to be back in the seat, and we'll come back with some more information, and then questions, comments, and all that good stuff as we go into episode 2. But this is just wanted to let y'all know what's going on. I'm back at it, giving away this free game and this free resources. See, y'all gonna be mad at me. Y'all gonna be talking bad about me when y'all click on the website and they ain't. Coach T charging now. When I was giving away for free, where were you?
Now, click on which payment plan you want. We'll be able to give you what you need. Yeah,
But
big
yeah,
facts.
so we're gonna go ahead and kill it, man, and get out of here. Remember, see, this is how I always close the podcast. See, I know that. Forget society, forgive yourself, and go from feeling to phenomenal. See y'all next episode, man. Make sure y'all comment and all that stuff, man. Shout out to my new co-host. Show some love. Be nice. Talk to us nicely.